The Directorate of the State Security (DSS) has issued a communique alleging that they have uncovered a plot for an interim government. This is coming post-election. People are perceived to be aggrieved with the election results, especially the presidential election results, and people are also aggrieved with the fact that the mandate of the people hasn't been returned to them as regards the presidential election results, although the election tribunal petition is still on with the case concerning the All Progressive Congress, the Independent National Electoral Commission, and the Labour Party. So on this day, the DSS have come out to outrightly say that some Nigerians are pledging a kind of interim government plot. Now, how does this link to the present democratic system in Nigeria? How does it link to the present occurrence electorally in Nigeria? Let us give it a link right now. Rewind to a few days ago, Festus Keyamo, a member of the APC Presidential Campaign Council and a sitting Minister of Labour and Productivity, also a senior advocate of Nigeria, issued a petition to the DSS for the arrest of Peter Obi and Datti Baba Ahmed, the presidential and vice presidential candidates of the Labour Party respectively. Reasons being that Datti Baba Ahmed came on national TV to make incisive statements and statements that were unconstitutional and anti-democratic. After the petition, there have been different opinions all over the country and by concerned citizens, and the fact that they perceive that Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, may end up being arrested, or there could be a plot on the ground for Peter Obi and Datti Baba Ahmed to be withdrawn or to be taken out from the political scene by legal means. This is what is being perceived by the plot the DSS uncovered. What are we trying to say? Today, you would understand that different reactions have arisen from national TV on the fact that the DSS uncovered a plot for an interim government. First of all, I have Toby Soni, a lawyer and also a judiciary advisor, who has a little time to break down this particular plot that the DSS uncovered on an interim government. Watch it.
You know, they may still be gathering evidence, and I think the statement they issue is one of the way of stopping what they envisage will happen. They may not have gathered enough evidence, but I quite agree with you that the statement was quite categorical if you have identified them. But the other point is that the offense may not have been completely completed, and if there is no offense, there is no point to arrest anyone. You know, be that as it may, allow me, Chris, to also clarify what the DSS is saying, that there will be violent protests, that the president will not have a choice but to declare a state of emergency. It's not that both the president and the Senate are aware or are working together, because according to Section 305, if there is complete breakdown of law, the president will not have a choice. So what the statement is saying is that the people they have identified plan to sponsor violent protests, something akin to that of NSAS protests, that police station might be sacked and there will be complete breakdown of law and order, that the president will not have any other choice but to invoke Section 305. I think that clarification is quite necessary.
Far from the court issues now, let us deliberate on the main issue at hand. After the DSS have uncovered this plot of an interim government, they haven't named anybody yet that is involved in this, neither have they named any suspects, but the DSS have used its own intelligence to make sure that they see to it that this plot doesn't come to pass. Rumors arose a few days ago of a plan to boycott the handing over ceremony of Bola Asiwaju Ahmed Tinubu. And here is another information about an uncovered plot for an interim government. Different Nigerians, aggrieved Nigerians, have taken their grievances to different offices, including the ECOWAS office, the NANS office, and so on and so forth. Reasons being that they aren't happy for the results that was released by INEC as regards the presidential elections. Alhaji Yabagi Sani, who is the chairman of the Inter-Party Advisory Council, came on national TV to briefly explain what this plot uncovered by the DSS could mean and what it entails for Nigerians. Of course, by this time in this country, this is a very, very bad time to arrest any political figure, especially the ones that are involved in the presidential petition tribunal case, talking about specifically Peter Obi or Dati Baba Ahmed. You would remember that Festus Keyamo ordered for the quick arrest of Dati Baba Ahmed due to some incisive statements he felt Dati Baba Ahmed made on national TV. But this plot to arrest these key figures of the Labour Party would otherwise arose a kind of uproar and a kind of conflict among the citizens, because these particular candidates are people whom the citizens of Nigeria think hold the mandate of the presidency. Let us listen to Alhaji Yaba Gisani, the chairman of the Inter-Party Advisory Council, on what he has to say on this uncovered plot by the DSS.
If there is an arrest of a key political figure within this period, do you think it could raise more tension rather than putting out the information? I'm just looking at the options that the DSS may have weighed. If you arrest these persons, it may create more tension in the land. Okay, let's manage the communication and put in information out there to be able to kill that idea. Between that and this one that you said, which one would have caused more harm?
Well, each one has its own advantage and disadvantage. All I'm saying is that you don't just take somebody and then lock the sub-party. I'm not saying locking up anybody, but it may serve, the purpose of deterrent. If you mention that this person, although I had mentioned in the reports that the DSS, whether DSS or the reporter was just quoting that Dati Baba Ahmed, said something that the president-elect should not be sworn in. So, are they talking about Dati Baba Ahmed? And I don't think the law enforcement officers should shy away from their responsibilities to demonstrate that nobody is above the law. That's the point I'm trying to make. I know that if you start arresting, like you said, opposition politicians, it will send a wrong signal. Maybe to some people they will say maybe it's witch hunting, and then what have you. But a case, look at what happened in the United States in January 6, when Trump wanted to interfere with the process of inauguration of Biden. Something happened. They took action. So I believe that as much as we give, we commend the effort of the DSS, but I think they should go beyond that. Because I as a citizen, what can we do? We can only say, okay, maybe we are in trouble. And then what do we do? So this democracy is too precious, and if there's anybody that should protect and then really advance the cause of democracy, it is the agencies that are put in place to do just that. It's because the agency that's supposed to conduct elections did not meet the requirement, the expectation of the people, and they raised the expectation of Nigerians too high, and they delivered so little. So this is why, and then nobody, like the DSS or the police or somebody, has come out on the side of the people to say that what these people did is not.
Okay, Alhaji Sani there dissected the whole thing, and he made us understand the reasons why he feels there should be no arrest, if need be, at this time around, or at this time when the Presidential Election Tribunal case is at its peak. Of course, he believes that if the DSS have uncovered a plan or a plot for an interim government, the DSS should name names. But I would really outrightly like to say that the DSS felt this was a time to expose this plot, because waiting for names to be announced or waiting for culprits to be caught would be a waste of time, and it would rather be at a time when the head has already been cut off. And that is my take on this. I have another person, somebody very important, a lawyer and a scholar on violent extremism, Barrister Bulama Bukarji. He came on national TV to still explain and give more light on the plot uncovered by the DSS for an interim government. His points were very, very clear, and he could understand crystal clearly what he has to say on this uncovered plot by the DSS. Watch this.
This is a very, very serious matter. As you alluded on the top of your introduction, what the DSS is saying is essentially that some people are planning to wage a war against Nigeria. This move is undemocratic, it is illegal, it is unconstitutional. Section 1 of our constitution is very clear that no, Nigeria cannot be ruled, neither any part of Nigeria can be ruled other than through constitutional means. And the only means recognized by the Constitution is for people to win elections and to be duly inaugurated by the authorities stipulated by law. And therefore, it is unconstitutional. It is also criminal, because what these individuals are planning is potentially what is called treason under our criminal laws, and it is punishable by death. It carries the death penalty, which shows that it is one of the most heinous crimes in Nigeria. Now, of course, the fact that this statement is coming from the DSS gives me hope, but also gives me concern. The concern is that the fact that the statement is coming from the DSS means that this is a very, very serious matter. It is a damn serious matter, because we know that the DSS has never been reckless with statements like this. They are always serious, they are professional in what they are doing, and now that they are coming out with this statement, it shows that they do have hard evidence that some individuals are unfortunately planning to do something untoward, which will throw our country into chaos. Now, the positive side of the statement coming from the DSS is that since it came from them, it shows that the DSS and other security agencies are on top of the matter. And we know that the DSS has always been very good in gathering information and sharing it with authorities. And therefore, what we will call on security and law enforcement agents is to take this intel very seriously and to take all steps within the bounds of the law to rattle this illegal, unconstitutional, anti-Nigerian attempt.
Okay, you've heard it all. If the DSS could uncover a plot for an interim government, that is to say that there is no reason why Ahmed Bola Tinubu shouldn't be sworn in as the president-elect when the handing over time comes. Reasons being that if the Presidential Election Tribunal case should go through in his favor, talking about Bola Ahmed Tinubu, there should be no reason why he shouldn't be sworn in. But if other aggrieved Nigerians are plotting for an interim government, that means the law should be able to take its course on them. If in any case the Labour Party should win the lawsuit against the APC presidential candidate, that means then all hands should point at the fact that this interim government was a plot by aggrieved Nigerians to make sure their mandate is returned from them. It is left for us to see what the DSS makes of this uncovered plot for an interim government. And I'll urge you to always stay glued to Nation's Voice Tower, who is your preferred YouTube channel. Make sure you always like our videos, make sure you subscribe to our videos, and make sure you share these videos to Nigerians at home and in diaspora. Thank you very much. See you next time.